That little track there goes out to that little grassy patch that I saw in the distance, but it's in the prohibited zone. We take this track, work our way up, then we go up a re-entrant over the top of the hill and back down to the car. But it on the map it doesn't look steep, but I saw part of this track going up around a corner like that. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Maybe I should have brought my hiking poles to get up this hill. There's plenty of quartz around, big chunks of quartz. I know up that valley, that's the valley that goes up to Rocky Pool, and beyond it, someone did have a gold mine, a gold shaft, and they were looking for gold up there. Well, that's interesting. I came down the road saying that it was a catchment area, and now I got a sign behind me saying it's a prohibited zone. So one way's okay, the other way's not. And there are hiking markers going through there. Anyway, yeah, so I'd say this guy's seen all this quartz, done a bit of panning, found a few specks, kept going up the creeks, and tried to dig a shaft and find a vein of gold. And apparently he didn't find anything. Well, the record says he didn't find anything. Whether he did or not, he might have found a heap of gold and not told anyone, which is probably what I would do. Yeah, it's oops, doesn't show it going up this steep hill on the map. Doesn't matter. It goes up there, goes along there, around the edge of the hill into the next sort of valley, and then we just pop up over that hill on another track going back to the car. Anyway, I'm going to say onward and upward. Oh, these things. These little mounds, they divert the water off the track, which is fine. But in Victoria, they made them so big on the tracks in the high country that when you drive up them, you drag your back end of the car in the ground. And then as you come over the top, you drag the belly of the car over the top of the hill. I guess they made them there to last a long time. They just made them too big. There's another sign up there. That probably says drinking catchment area on that one. And then when you get to the bottom of the hill, it says prohibited zone, so you got to walk back up. No, we'll wait and see what it is. Yep, just as I thought. Drinking water catchment. You're allowed to go through there, but you're not allowed to camp and do all that sort of stuff. Then when you get down the bottom of the hill, prohibited zone, so you got to turn around and walk back up the hill. But from the other side, catchment area, prohibited zones sort of off the track, and you can walk through, and it's even got the walking markers. There's none here. Trail markers to show you the way to go up the hill. This trail keeps on going up. It's a bit of a steep point just around the corner apparently on the map. It flattens out, and then, oops, if you can see my hand, we go up the next valley behind this hill, crest it on a saddle, and then it's downhill all the way to the car, which would be nice. Anyway, keep you on walking. I had to take my jumper off, I was just getting way too hot. Look at this mud. Yep. Glad I got my trail shoes on. Lots of grip on the bottom. They're actually made of Gore-Tex, so they keep the water out, and if your feet do sweat, the sweat goes out of the shoe instead of holding your feet wet. The pipeline from Mundaring Weir, you can still see that house. That would have an excellent view down that valley. That'd be the place to buy. You just have to be careful in summertime. Alright. I still reckon this is the Black Diamond track. I don't know whether walkers have a different code to four-wheel drivers, but this isn't hard, and it's not hard to walk. I don't know what the other colour codes were. There was a blue square, blue, red, black diamond and double black diamond or something, I can't remember. Not off the top of my head, but it's certainly not a hard track. Nothing hard to walk. And if I was driving a car up here, yeah, I'd probably be in low range and I'd be in second gear, just plodding along. Easy. But anyway, I've been up and down tracks that are far worse than this. Puffing a little bit. I do have some water in my pack, which is good. An old I think we used to call that bacon and eggplant. And the grevillea's coming out. All the wildflowers are starting to come out, which is good. Give it another few weeks, and when it starts to warm up, this whole place will be teeming with wildflowers. Ooh, look at that track up there. It turns around to the right and goes up over that hill. That's the little steep bit the map shows. Alright, waffling again. And the next stop, I don't know. There's a mountain bike trail going down through there. There's another one further up. And I can't see it from here. They look like they've done some, like a step or something where they drop off on that one. On the map, oop, can't see it again. There you go, those two little tracks there. And that's where I am at the D arrow, but it's facing the wrong way. So I've just come up this steep little bit on a bit of a flat piece, which is here. And then just around this hill here, I head to the right and follow the track up back to the car. That's looks like a pretty wild little mountain bike trail going down through there. The other one lets up there a bit. Don't know if you can see it. No, that's got a black diamond on it. So maybe the trail markings are for mountain bikes. Black diamond hard downhill mountain bike. And I keep standing in ants. They're starting to come out from the end of winter. Ouch. Pain. Another, we call them meat ants, black ants. When they bite you, they hurt. But at least they don't sting you, or like when you flick them off, the pain goes away as such. You might be able to see the power lines going up the valley there. Other side of the power lines, probably about 400 meters maybe. That is where Rocky Pool is, but I'm not going to walk there today. Went there the other day, it was quite nice. Just decided to see what this track's like. Anyway, wow. Power line at the bottom of the valley, power line, power pole, pylon, whatever you like to call it. Top of the hill, those wires must be pretty close to the ground down there. Wouldn't want to be walking along with a long antenna on a radio around there. This goes down a little bit, then there should be a track off to the right, and that's the one I'm taking. So now we're out of the Helena Valley. This is the Peace Valley. Peace Brook, Peace Creek comes down through here. If you listen, you might be able to hear the water running and the birds chirping. Somewhere I'll have to have a look at the map again. It's probably down the bottom of this hill, and then I've got to go up the what they call a re-entrant, up that valley there to the right. We'll see. I know where I am and where I've got to go. Just haven't been here before, so it's all new. Yeah, you can see this track turns, goes down the valley, and then it crosses over, and then it heads up to Rocky Pool, and there's another one that goes up along the Fire Line Road, follows the power lines. It's their service track. But my track should be down the bottom there, and it turns right, and that's the one more ants. That's the one I'll take to go to the top of the hill and down into my car. That's what I've just come down. I was kind of hoping it was going to sort of traverse along the contour of the hill, and I could pick it up there instead of having to walk down and then back up. If you go down that road, Rocky Pool, sort of in that direction. In fact, you can see a house up there. Surely not. It's a flat top roof with something on top of it. I don't remember there being houses that far into the valley, but anyway. Up this valley here, as you can see, it's a re-entrant where the creek comes down through. We're going to go up the re-entrant, across the top of the hill, which is a saddle between these two hills, so it's like a dip between the hills. Try that, dip between the hills, and then go down the re-entrant on the other side, and that should take us back to the car. Unfortunately, I had to walk down the hill to get back up the hill. Would have been nice if they cut it along the contour line, but never mind, just means going up a hill again. Puffing already. Almost at the top of the saddle, or the re-entrant. Not a bad walk up there. It's going uphill all the way, but it's just a gradual climb. And the last little bit is nice and steep. I'm sure they did that on purpose. Anyway, get to the top of this and downhill back to the car. Just come up that track there, going downhill from here on. This is the saddle, so there's a hilltop there and a hilltop there. We're in the middle of it, or between two hills. We've come up over the saddle through a re-entrant, which is where the creek line was following us down the track. Now we're going down another re-entrant, back down to the car. And there are mountain bike trails heading off. I don't know where that one goes. There are two on the other side that sort of go up over. Oh, are you getting dizzy yet? They go up over this hill and then cut down the other side of the hill. Mountain bike tracks everywhere. Whew. Shouldn't be too hard, probably going to be crap on my knees, but we'll get there. Alright, see what else I can find for you. Coming down this track, heading down the hill. Along this edge here, there's some rocky outcrops and things, and there's a few little caves and things that could be interesting to poke your nose in and see if there's any bears in there. Not today though, my knees are a little bit sore, and this track's not exactly the smoothest. We did go past a walker or a jogger. She was going the opposite direction to me, so I don't know whether she's going to come back up this track or there's actually another one that comes up in the next valley. Not sure which way she's coming. All she had was a mobile phone and a set of headphones. Quite nice to walk through here though, but this track, it's pretty rough for those of us. I should have brought my walking poles, I think, next time. It's just a little bit uneven, wobbly, and still quite wet. You can see the houses on the hill, oops, over in front of us, in the suburb of Boyer. And that big hill up there, over that way, that's Greenmount. Should be a radio tower on top of that. It used to be. Oh yeah, it's off the side. You can't see it through the trees. Anyway, keep on going. We'll get to the car. Just taking it easy down here because I do have bad hips. In fact, there's the walker ahead of us, if you can see. Obviously, they ran out of road base and stopped there. I was wondering when I was going to hit this. See the power lines up in the valley. There's another track up that way, and this one goes all the way back to my car, so it should be really easy from here. Something fluttered behind me. Must have been a bird. Alright, I don't think you need to see any more. Not a bad walk. First half, bit up and down sort of ish. Once you get up to this saddle of that hill up there, yeah, it's just downhill all the way back to the car. So I suppose you could go from the car up this hill and walk around the other way. So you got the easy bit first, and then it gets harder and harder. But I just thought it's probably easier. Go over the hard bit first, wear yourself out a little bit, and then downhill. It's not too bad on the way home. Otherwise you'll be going up and down the hard stuff on the way back to the car. Still a fair bit of water coming down. It rained 2 days ago. Lots of water. I would say you could probably drink that, but it's better to treat it first, just in case. Alright, that'll be it. I think it was just over 5k's for a loop. I'm 3/4 of the way back now. Don't think there's anything else to have a look at. Come out and do the walk if you want. It's quite nice up through the valley if you want to. I mean, you can take these little side tracks. They go up to the next main road, fire break. You can turn left back there or go straight on back there and go up to a rocky pool for a swim, and then work your way back down. Plenty of tracks in here. Gaia Maps, Gaia GPS has got all of these. In fact, that was probably an old road. You can see it's been levelled out a bit. Gaia GPS has all of these little side tracks and the main tracks, and you can stick that on your phone and work your way, find a route, mark out a route like I did, and follow it. These are pretty knackered, but we'll get there. Alright, that's it. Come out and have a wander in the bush.